What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Yo, it's the Kicks. So, got a dope episode today with my guy, Eddie Kaine, repping from Bed-Stuy. So, we're going to talk about a lot of dope projects that he got going on right now. Definitely the Play for Keith joint. That's one of my favorite joints that dropped this year. I love that EP. So, we're gonna talk about that, the Knicks, fashion, sneaker, and so much other stuff, man. So, I'm about to bring him on live in a little bit, in a few minutes. So, we bring my man Kane.
Yo,
Good,
what's the
Kane.
deal?
Everything's going good, man. Can't complain, bro. How's everything going on your end, dog?
Yo, everything is lit, AB. We gonna
Yeah.
get into it, but everything is good on my end, man. I've been
Yeah.
feeling good lately, bro, for sure, for
I
sure.
love that, man. I love that, man. A lot of dope music, man, you've been dropping, dog. A lot of dope music you've been dropping came, man, within the past year, man, especially this year as a whole, man. On the
I
project with
appreciate it.
you and Rim earlier to kick off the year, man, welcome to
Hmm.
Styville, which is
Yes,
crazy.
sir.
You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? A lot of dope guest features on it. I
Welcome to
love that right
Starville.
there, man. I love the marketing.
Uh,
Hey, yo, where they could get that, by the way? Can they get down on the website?
oh no, this is just me. This is just
Uh,
me.
just, all
But you know what?
right.
But yo,
Yeah,
shout out to that though, because I did want to
yeah.
let people know something on this show. This week we will have Eddie Kane dog tags exclusively on
Perfect.
shop.eddiekane.com. So you know what I mean? Y'all won't be able to
Okay.
get the lighters, but I
Lighters.
have
We
some
could get
dog
that.
tags on
I
deck.
love
You
the
know what I mean?
dog tags, dog, for real.
For
So make
sure,
sure
for
to go on
sure.
the website, everyone, for real, because of a lot of
Yes.
dope stuff, merch, vinyl. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I love how you got your brand set up too, Kane. I even love like how you have exclusive joints.
Yeah.
You have it drop the band camp and stuff. Like for example, we played for
Yeah.
Keith. When that joint dropped, I hit you, man. I was like, yo, I bought that joint
You
instantly.
did. You did.
So
Yeah, I
man,
appreciate it, bro.
yeah, man.
Yeah, yo. 2024 when my birthday hit December 24th, I sat back and I was just thinking and I watched something on YouTube that just like, I be watching mad inspirational shit and then
Hmm.
it just made me like really feel like, yo, like go crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I'm not signed. I'm an independent unsigned artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I have no boundaries. I have
Yep.
no date limits. Like go crazy. So that's why, you know what I'm saying? We just getting the year started still, and I'm
Yeah.
I'm three projects in
Three
already
projects
because I was
in.
just like on my B day, I'm like, yo, you know what? For 2025, I'm gonna go crazy, man, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
just drop with no limits and
Yeah.
just go crazy. So that's what's
Go
coming
crazy.
about, bro. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm really just getting started, bro. You know what I'm saying? Really just getting started for 2025. But this gonna be one of them years, man, for real.
Yeah, man. I love that. I love the play for Keys joint, man. And I love the not the last album, but you dropped this towards the end of 2024. The joint you did with Big Ghost.
Oh yeah,
You did
yeah.
it with
Last exit to
Crooklyn.
Crooklyn. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
last exit to Crooklyn, man. Which by the way, the cover is crazy itself. The cover was
I
just
appreciate
wavy,
it,
dog,
bro.
for
I
real, man.
appreciate it.
I
Yo,
think,
but let me tell you, shout out to Photo Rob. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because we went out to the projects over here. We done got some shots. We was downtown Brooklyn. We got some shots. But we just so happened to get some shots chilling in this like brown like sitting by this
yeah,
brownstone. So we was just on the move and all that. So I'm like, I sat there. I think I was fucking with my fucking with my sneaker or some
yeah.
shit. I'm like, yo, hold on 1 second. Boom, 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 boom. I sat on the steps. He's like, yo, stay right there. We took the flicks, and the flicks came out dope. But then we started thinking and shit, and I'm like, yo, I was talking to Ghost. I'm like, yo, we need to flip the Crooklyn cover. You know what I'm saying?
Yup.
Because the way the stoop looked,
Just
coincidentally, it looked just like the
like
fucking cover,
Crooklyn.
bro.
Yeah, it really
So,
did.
yo,
With the
yeah, so
brownstone, everything.
yeah, so they made that shit happen as soon as that came
Yeah,
about, and that wasn't planned, bro. Everything came together. So shout out to Big Ghost, shout out to Photo Rob. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
man.
Yeah, made that shit happen.
And
Well,
that album was crazy, man. You and Big Ghost, just y'all chemistry goes well together, dog. You know what I'm
I
saying?
appreciate
Like
it.
for
I
real, man. I
appreciate it.
love that joint, man. Especially the joint with you and Jay Skeets did on that
Yes, sir.
project.
Yes,
Went
sir.
crazy,
Shout
dog. I
out to
love that.
Skis.
I love that double time flow you was doing on that joint too, dog.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Showing a different
yeah,
side, man. So that
yeah.
was
No
really
doubt.
dope, bro. That was crazy, man. So, and go ahead. What you was
That
about
was
to say?
the second version of that record. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
have a whole first version, but then me and Skis we got to talking and we
yeah,
was rapping at Conway album release party
yeah.
and salute to Conway too and
Shout out Conway.
yeah, me and Jay Ski started talking and shit, and we was like, yo, let's cook one up. And I
Yeah.
sent him the beat and shit, and he flowed on it totally different. So, you know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it 100. When I heard him, do the double time, I was like,
Yeah,
all right, bet.
yeah.
I was like, all right, I didn't even see the beat that way, but I was like, let's get it. And
Let's
you
get
know what I
it.
mean? We put that joint
It was
together. Hell
dope,
yeah.
man.
Appreciate it,
That
bro.
was dope, though. I love that track, man.
For
And
sure.
also, man, continue with the cover, right? With Play for Keeps, man. When I seen that, dog, and I mentioned it to you, man. I love that cover, dog. The Knicks, they
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
playoffs, and I'm a
Hmm.
Knicks fan too. I'm a Knicks fan. I know I got my Pistons hat
That's
on right
what's up.
now.
That's what's
I'm
up.
a
Not
Knicks
respectfully.
fan.
Yeah, yeah. Holding your
So,
town down.
I'm a Knicks fan, bro, and when I seen that cover, I said I love that shit, man. Especially right during that time frame, they was in the playoffs, they had the momentum going
Yes, sir.
and
Yes,
everything,
sir.
So, man, describe just the inspiration behind behind that project. What made you want to, create Play for Keep, just the title alone as well, man? What was the creation process behind it?
All right. So the funniest shit is that I started coming up with the idea around the end of the season. Like I knew our team was gonna make the playoffs, but I didn't know they
Yep.
was gonna, go to the semifinal. Like I didn't know it was gonna get
Yep.
that crazy. So I was just chilling and I saw a video game cover when I was scrolling through YouTube. And I always kind of wanted to have like a 16-bit old school looking video game cover. So that just brought me back to that idea. So I'm like, yo, the logo is inspired by the Knicks logo, the Eddie Kaine logo. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I could definitely just flip a 16-bit cover and have my logo on the jersey, which is, inspired by the town colors. So it all happened coincidentally because Play for Keeps was just an EP that I really wanted to, I'm trying to go
Yeah.
crazy this year. So I just put that together with, joints that I like two of the songs I had for, a little minute, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was just like, yo, let me put this together. I connected with Flea, shout out to Flea Lord.
Out of
Flea
Flea
blessed me
Lord.
with that verse. And then, I put that, I believe, Crystal Ball, Different Breed, and Tape Pop. It was like
Yep.
recent joints. The rest of
Hey,
those
Pop.
was just ones that was around. So,
Mm-hmm.
all of that came together. I always wanted the video game cover. I flipped that. I hit Third Eye Revolution. Salute to him. He made that shit happen, and that shit just came out exactly how I wanted it, bro. So,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
That
Word.
shit fly, dog. That shit fly, man. I love that. And you know what's cool about that too, Kane? Like I think people don't realize, especially in the era that we grew up, man, like album covers was everything.
Nah,
Like, you know
yeah,
what I'm
man.
saying?
That's the
Like
that's the that's the main
that's
part of the
that's the
presentation,
main
bro.
part, dog. That's the main
Word,
part,
word.
man. It plays a
We
huge
came
part.
from that era, bro. You got to
Yeah.
think about it. Like, look at Reasonable Doubt. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hove, look at Mafioso on the cover. It
Facts.
makes you like want to, yo, what the fuck is he talking about? Then you hear
Real
it, you
shit.
blown away. I'll take you one further. Look at like Little Kim Hardcore. Remember when
Yep.
we was younger, we was like my
Nah.
mom, yo,
Tough
I
shit.
wasn't supposed to stay far away from that
Me
album. Like,
too. Me
but it's like,
too.
that's what captures you into that. You know what I'm
Absolutely,
saying? So
man.
that's my thing. That's what I
Yep.
still go by. Those still the rules that I go by. I want
Yep.
you to see the album cover and not even know who Kaine is, some stranger, and be like,
Yep.
yo, you know what? It's worth a listen. Like this shit is
Yep.
fire. The cover's fire.
Right.
Like, let me see what you talking about. And then that's when you get the extra treat. You fuck with it, you fuck with it, And
That's a
that's how
fact, dog. I
yeah,
love
bro.
that aspect,
Word.
man. And
I don't
that
play
catch
about
you.
the cover shit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? The presentation is everything, bro.
It means
Word.
everything, bro. So I love that aspect, man. And
Mm-hmm.
Kane, like I was gonna bounce around, a couple of tracks, right?
Mm-hmm.
But man, how much I love the project, man. I was like, yo, I'm gonna talk about every damn track, at least something on every track, bro,
Let's
that I
do
put
it.
together, man. Because man, this is probably like my favorite project, man, from you, dog. And like every
Word.
project, man, real talk, man. Like I love the play beats, bro. Like every project you
That's
drop
what's
is
up.
dope, bro. You keep elevating, dog. But you
That's
got a
what's
little bit
up.
of everything on here. What I love about it, man, like to me, this is what I got from. I feel like you paying homage to Brooklyn. Like you
Oh
continue on
yeah.
that
Oh
theme
yeah.
with Brooklyn,
Oh
man. And
yeah.
I love that aspect, bro. Especially with
Yeah.
Biggie as well. You
Yeah.
mentioned that multiple times, dog. So I
Oh yeah.
love the project, man. You got something really for everyone, man. You got the substance on there as well, man. It's gritty, dog.
Mm-hmm.
And also
Mm-hmm.
you elevate on that joint, especially on different breed, man. That's something I'm gonna talk about later on the
No
show as
doubt.
well,
Oh
man.
yeah.
But I want to kick off with Crystal Ball. I mean, produced by the standouts. The
Oh yeah.
standouts
Those
is
my
one of the,
boys, man.
they one of the illest cats doing it right now, man. I think people
Mm-hmm.
don't realize how really dope the standouts are, man. But it's always that intro that catch you. That's the joint that's gonna,
Yeah, the
bring the
little
people in.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
the
Like,
little laugh. Yeah, shout out
look,
to A. Dot C.
yeah,
Dot man.
man.
Yeah, I've been fucking with them guys for years. Those are my brothers. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
yeah, a lot of people don't know. Yeah, they go crazy. They
they go
go crazy.
crazy,
And
man.
Yeah, the Crystal Ball is one of the beats that yo my standout archive is bananas. Like I got some of the dopest shit, but it's just timing when it comes to
Yeah,
releasing shit. So Crystal Ball, the actual beat, I was sitting on it for so long, and I didn't
yeah,
know like how to, you know what I mean, come at it, like, and it just hit me one day, and I just started going dumb on that shit. So that's basically how Crystal Ball came about. Like I just wanted a track where I just talk my shit, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And it just so happened that it made a perfect intro for Play for Keeps, but
It did.
that record was just the record. No matter what, how it would have started
Hmm.
with the NBA, you know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
it came about dope, but hell yeah, man, standouts. Those guys go crazy, man, and my archive is full. It's full and it's fire. So just expect to
Yeah.
hear a lot more from them because they
Yeah,
got a
man.
lot more crazy shit that I just,
They do,
I got.
bro.
Yeah.
They dope, man. The Stenhouse is really dope, man.
Mm-hmm.
And one line you said on Crystal Ball was crazy, bro. And I had to play it multiple times, man. You said I'm Aries Phosphor. You said I'm Aries Phosphor, man. With the
With the
trade, I'm gonna
trade,
send
I'm
him
gonna
the
send them
heat.
heat.
The heat,
Yeah,
I'm gonna send
yeah.
him the heat, dog. And I was like, yo, that shit was crazy right there,
I
dog.
appreciate it, bro.
That
Yeah,
whole
hell yeah.
wordplay, man, because I heard a lot
Basketball
of
shit, you know.
basketball things, and you was coming on it on a basketball thing. That's something that you always like, man, really killed, man. I even think about this going back to a single you dropped, I believe it was last year, Kane. I think it was drop 40 on them.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what
oh
I'm saying?
yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, for
Basketball
sure.
thing, you know what
You
I'm
know, I
saying? With
used
the
to hoop,
trade.
bro. So
Yeah, exactly. I
I
remember
still
that.
go crazy to this day. Like, you know what I mean? I'm a diehard NBA fan, street
Yeah,
ball fan. I'm tapped into a lot of different tournaments on YouTube. I'm subscribed.
yeah.
I'm watching Summer League, I'm watching drafts, I'm watching everything, bro. So the
Mm-hmm.
hoop punchlines is endless, bro. I got
Endless.
plenty of those. But hell yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They
That
sending
heat
heat,
shit,
air
that
exposure
yo,
with the trade. I'm gonna send them
man,
heat,
some of the
man.
heat real.
That's
That
how
shit
it
was
go.
crazy right
That's
there,
how
man.
it go.
And when I heard Crystal Ball, it's like, okay, yeah, I was like, Kane ain't playing no games with it, man. So I
For
love
sure.
that, bro. The production on the whole project is dope, man. I love the soulful
Appreciate it,
joint. I
bro.
love the drums on it as well, dog.
Mm-hmm.
So, man,
Mm-hmm.
it brings that feeling, man. It really do, dog. So I'm gonna definitely go into the next one, man. And this is probably like one of my favorite tracks, man. I be going back and forth, bro. Like, is it this joint? Is it the Crystal Ball? It's
Mm-hmm.
Eddie. And Eddie
Mm.
brought that
Mm.
nostalgia feel because when I first heard that beat, man, I thought about the Junior Mafia joint, the
Oh
Biggie.
yeah.
And I
Oh
was
yeah.
like, man, I love how you flipped that joint, man.
Oh yeah.
So talk about, man, when you heard that beat, you know what I'm saying? What made you want to go in that mind frame with that joint?
Okay, so growing up in Brooklyn and all of that, after we lost Biggie and all that,
Yeah,
we had Junior Mafia. So I
facts.
don't know about other regions, but that song rang off crazy over here.
Hmm.
Crazy, bro. So I always loved the beat since I was young. Um, I had like numerous freestyles to that shit just growing up. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But salute to Hobgob, he got the
Hobgob. Shout out to
he
Hobgob.
yeah, he sent me a pack one time, and I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it had that sample. So I was just like,
Hmm.
oh nah, I gotta take advantage. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take
Facts.
advantage. So, I just had to bless that beat. And yeah, that's how it came about. That was another joint where I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just talk my shit for Brooklyn. I'm gonna just try to channel my inner BI and just
He really
see
was.
what he would expect from a young, hoodlum from
Yeah.
Bed-Stuy. Talk your shit. Word.
Yo, and when I was listening to that, Kane, I was like, this is a homage to Brooklyn, bro, because the line that you mentioned, man, the Brooklyn end big, you know what I'm saying? But the line
Hmm.
that you mentioned, you was like, I had the same Sergio Tacchini fit like Biggie had on. You
Oh
did the
yeah. Oh
same one in
yeah.
Martin, and you
Yep.
performed in that joint too. If I say, I
Yep.
remember seeing clips, you performed in it, dog.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
you right,
sir.
you had the frames on it, everything to go with
Yeah,
it,
the
dog.
Versace
So
frames and
the
all that, and the
Versace
Sergio
frames,
Tacchini, man. Shout out to Nims. We did that at the
yeah,
Knitting Factory, and yeah, man. Like shit, if anybody could do it, why not me? You know what
why
I'm saying?
not?
I gotta be a representation of what's
Got
still
to,
going on in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. So,
yeah.
I'm always, do my thing for
Yeah.
Big. You gonna see me in the Coogis and the Versace
Yeah.
joints too. You know, got to,
Yeah,
got
man.
to,
I
got
love
to.
that joint. Then also, man, you paying homage to street legends too, like Ken do. Ken do a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh
cats
yeah, yeah.
who
Peace to
might
Ken
not
Allah.
know, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
man. So I
Mhm.
love hearing that aspect too, man. Just bringing just the whole full circle with Brooklyn, dog. So
Oh
that
yeah,
track
oh
was
yeah.
crazy, man. When I heard that sample, dog, I was like, oh yeah, this is where we going with. And it goes right with it when you think about it, Kane. Biggie, Eddie, it rhymes, it goes right with it. So the hook
Yeah,
is
yeah.
perfect, dog. It's
I
perfect,
ain't
man.
even
I
have
remember
to say nothing to get nobody.
you ain't even
Yeah,
have,
just let it
yeah.
rock. You know what I'm
Just let it
saying? Just let it
ride,
rock.
man. Just let it
Yeah,
rock, man. I remember seeing that video too, man, when they shot it, man. I
yeah.
think
They
they shot
killed
it.
it.
They killed it. Shot it in
Yeah, they
Brooklyn
killed it on
too,
Biggie
man.
Block.
Yeah,
On Biggie
on
Block,
Biggie Block, man. So
I don't want to let the cat out the bag, but I'm going over there. That's what I'm
yeah,
gonna shoot that. I'm
yeah,
shooting
that's
that. So
classic.
expect a
Full
vid for Eddie
circle.
soon. Yeah, I'm going
Yo,
over there.
man,
I'm gonna go do
that
that.
joint is crazy, bro. And on another one, man, I want to talk about, man, is the feel. I want to talk about the feel, man. It's one of those
Mm-hmm.
tracks, man, when you play that, you can ride with the top down. Like this is the perfect
Mm,
time for it, man. And
mm,
it's
mm,
smooth and it got
mm-hmm.
the soulful drop, man. And if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken, man, it's produced by Ghost Dave.
Yes,
That's what I'm
sir.
saying,
Yes,
Ghost
sir.
Dave. So, man, when you heard that Joy Kane, like what that put you in the mindset of, man? Because I feel
Uh,
like that was a good transition. That was a good transition, bro, when the feel came on.
just 90s golden era hip hop.
Yeah.
When I hear that beat drop, like that's another track that I felt like, yo, I had to take advantage of. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because salute the Ghost Dave.
Yeah.
You don't get those type of vibes like that. Really, that just brings you back to that '90s feel. You know what I'm saying? The
Mm-hmm.
drum line, the bass line, the way the beat was
Oh,
going.
that's real.
That's what caused the I'm not feeling like the other niggas. This is priceless. Been the nicest, but like you know what I'm saying? It just took
Mm-hmm.
me back to that zone of sitting down watching the box, watching video music box, and just like
Mm-hmm.
what the hell is this? Just still being
It
fascinated
really
by hip
was.
hop. So I always want to in my music, as much as I can, give them a golden era feel with a new school twist.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's exactly what I was going for channeling in that track. So that's what we did. And that was my first time working with Ghost Dave
Man.
also. So
Shout out to
salute
Ghost
to him.
Dave, man. Yeah.
He threw a good joint. But expect more work soon too. Word.
It definitely gave me that feeling, like you mentioned, Kane. It gave me that feeling, man, from that era that we grew up, man. You know what I'm saying? And but
Yeah,
also with
bro.
the new twist to it. Like it
Mm-hmm.
was a new
Mm-hmm.
twist. Like you wasn't trying to recreate what you heard in the past.
Yeah,
It
no,
was
no,
it,
no.
it, it
Yeah,
was something that you was influenced by, but also with your own spin. So I love
of
that
course.
aspect,
Of
man. I
course.
love that aspect. And I was like, man, you know what? With that joy, I gotta put that on my summer playlist, dog. You know what I'm saying? For real, that's on the
Appreciate it.
summer, like the top down, bro. Like that joint is dope, man. And like you said, man, you got the drums in it. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was
Mm-hmm.
really dope. It's really refreshing to see that and hear that as well, man. So I love
Yeah,
the feel,
yeah.
bro. I love the
Yeah,
feel, man.
that beat carried the record. I ain't gonna
Crazy.
front. It was the
It's
energy.
crazy,
So,
man. It's
shout out to
crazy,
Ghost Dave on
man.
that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Whoa.
And
Whoa.
and another joint I'm gonna go into. I think it's the next track after that, right? And you we mentioned Flea Lord earlier, dog. Words
My
from
God.
Flea, man. I love Flea
Yeah.
Lord. Shout out to Flea Lord, Lord. Shout out to
Yeah,
him,
Lord.
dog. Doing his
Yeah, Flea.
thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
And what I love about this track right here, and I feel like, man, this is a great track for anyone who's getting into rap and want to do it independently, man, because you all were
Yeah.
dropping gems about how to do it and how to make it,
Oh yeah.
in
Oh
hip
yeah.
hop, but doing it independently. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah,
think,
for sure.
a lot of people, see stories like of artists, doing their thing independently, but they might not hear how they got there. And I feel like y'all was painting like a perfect picture, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is how you going. This is how you can make it.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you have to be the A&R. You have to be the man. You have to be all
Oh
of
yeah.
that, man, and
Oh
still
yeah.
create classic product, man. So I
Mm-hmm.
love how you
Mm-hmm.
all talked about that, man, and talk about
Yeah.
the importance of that as well, man. Just talk about just the creation with that track and collaborating with Flea Lord. And you have been mentioning your lyric, like getting advice from Flea Lord as well, man,
For
when it
sure, for
comes to
sure.
this, comes to this
So,
game.
Flea, man, yeah, man, I don't really know where to start with Flea, man. Flea is like a big bro in this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Flea was always genuine with me, always gave me positive energy. You know what I'm saying?
yep,
And I fucked with Flea as a fan. You know what I'm saying?
yep.
And Yeah, we linked up. He wasn't, you know what I mean, on nothing. He's like, yo, I
Yep.
got you. I got
Yep.
you. And usually what I like to do is I like to send the verse first, you know what I'm saying? But when it came to this particular track, you know, I was just like, I want to go off, you know what I mean, your energy. Like,
Yep.
what do you want to do? Because one thing I do want to mention is, to me, I'm not saying to every artist, every feature doesn't have to be competitive. You feel me?
Mm,
Every feature doesn't have
mm,
to be a battle. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Who did this and
Right.
who did that? So, you know, I was just happy that Flea was just the genuine Flea that I speak to when
Yeah.
I see
Mm-hmm.
on the track. You know, I loved it. I loved it. So, you know, that's why it was words from Flea, because he did that first. I threw him the
Mm-hmm.
beat. He took he decided to just, so I'm like, you know what? Good. We could channel it this way. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Big bro, little bro conversation. And we just both talk about like the ups and downs and how hard it is
Yeah.
in this, you know what I mean, in this game, moving
Yes.
independently, because it's not
True.
easy. You know what I'm
It's
saying? It's not
not.
easy. Shout out to Flea for doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm doing mine as well. And I
Yeah.
can speak and say, you know what I mean? It's not easy. It take a lot of
Yeah.
determination. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be very serious about your craft,
Gotta
you know,
be
and
serious about the
kind of
craft.
delusional to a certain extent, but that's another story. But
Yeah.
you got to believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Got
And
you.
that's really what that joint is about. And I just hope that anybody that's you know what I mean, up and coming artist that just so happen to stumble upon that record, hear the gems in that shit and just be like, yo,
Yeah,
this
man.
is real. You know what I mean? I fuck with this joint. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, it's dope,
that's
man.
what the words from Flea came about. Like that's a feature, you know what I'm saying? But that ain't no regular competitive verse. That ain't no this, that. That's some real shit that you could, you
Yep.
know what I mean, take with you, you know, moving on in the future. So
And
salute the
and
Flea for that.
and one of the lines, man, and you said this line towards the end of the song, bro, and it really put everything in perspective, man. You was like, independent shit, we taking risks for a mean bag. Like,
Yeah, yeah, for
yo,
sure,
man,
for
yeah,
sure.
that's some real shit because at the end of the day, you can move how you want to move. You know, drop
Mhm,
whenever you want to
mhm.
drop. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You don't
yeah.
gotta take
And
orders.
it's
You know
not,
what I'm
and
saying?
it's
I
not
love that.
cheap, bro.
It's not cheap.
It's
It's not
not
cheap.
cheap. It costs. I don't have a
Because
home studio, so it costs to go to the studio. It costs to do
cost.
videos. It costs for artwork. I like to, you know what I mean. I like to work with people. You know
Yeah,
what I mean. I like to work with people. I'm not using no AI covers. No
yeah,
shot at anybody, but
yeah.
you know what I'm saying. You got to pay for artwork. You got to pay for fits. It's a lot. It's a lot that goes into
A
it. You know what
lot.
I'm saying. And yeah, through your determination, if you're hungry enough and if the passion is there, you're gonna do it with no
You
problem.
gonna
But that is
do it.
definitely something to, you know, brag about. You know, many people take
Yep.
risks. You know what I'm saying? We take risks every day. You know what I mean?
Every
I go out
day.
there and make, you know, I gotta scrape my change up for my career. And
Yeah.
I'm blessed to have a good support system that always support me. You
Yeah.
know, salute to all of the fans. I really appreciate it. But yeah, we gotta grind for this shit. And it ain't no
Gotta
joke,
grind.
bro. It ain't no
Yeah,
joke.
man. It really is,
Word.
man. So when you said that, it's put every day in perspective, man, when it comes to it.
Oh
And
yeah.
that shit pay off. It pay off at the end
Oh
of the
yeah.
day.
Oh yeah.
It pay
Definitely
off.
pay off, man.
So
For
that's the
sure.
dope thing about it too, man. So I love that track, man. And I was like, and like you mentioned, man, bringing Flea Lord on. I remember seeing him like at the start, man, when he dropped his first project, man.
Yeah.
The one we had,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
in the front of the stove. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
See
Mhm.
what he have built now is really dope, man. I love it, and also I love hearing the bites from the late great Prodigy. Like
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
first
Yeah. Yeah.
came
Yeah. Yeah.
on,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
he
Oh yeah.
talking about like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't about, the chicks, it ain't about all the, you know what I'm saying? It's about the art. That's what it's about, man.
Yeah,
So
man.
hearing that was
R.I.P. the Prodigy. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? You know, that was Flea. Him and Flea was close. You know what I'm
yep.
saying? So that's another thing that I really honor. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That, like, you know, once I threw that joint to Flea, I
Yeah.
don't. It had Prodigy on it already when I threw it to
Hmm.
him. You know what I'm
Love
saying?
that,
So
bro.
he just flowed on that. But for sure, bro. You know,
Yeah.
Prodigy, big. That was his man's. I
Yeah.
never got to meet him. You know, I was always a big fan. I'm sure we
Yeah.
definitely would have crossed paths and all that
Oh
though.
yeah,
But
for sure, for
R.I.P.
sure.
Prodigy, man, for sure. I had
Yeah,
to put that
R.I.P.
excerpt in
Please.
it because
R.I.P.
that's real, bro. That's real, and
And,
that's an excerpt that not too many people like. I don't know if anybody used it. I used
yep.
it, but you know what I mean? A lot of people don't understand. For real, it's not about all of that shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It's
It's just
not.
about having good music. You know what I
Is it?
mean? When you want to block, good products sell. You ain't got to put no
Man,
signs up and all that. If it hit,
that's
it hit. They
real.
gonna come to your block. It's the same way in a music game. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it is, man. So I'm gonna
Word.
segue. I'm gonna go back to the project, but it's one track, man. I just this got released recently with
Hmm.
you, Apollo Brown, and Bronze Nazareth, man,
Yes,
which is
sir.
crazy. Shout out to Bronze Nazareth, man, from
Shout out to
Michigan.
Bronze. Salute
Apollo
to
from
Apollo
Michigan.
Brown.
You know,
Yeah.
shout out to all those cats, man. Yo, how that track came about, man? Because those two titans right there, dog, with Brown
Yeah,
and
for
Bronze.
sure.
Like,
So
yo, man, that's dope.
Pete Game, me and Bronze, we've been following each other for a long time. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? I always embraced his work. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know to expect the call. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the boy Ty Ferris. You know, I'm
yeah.
putting it out
Shout
there.
out to
Ty
Ty.
Ferris.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Ty. Dope
Ty hit
MC.
me up. Ty hit me up like, yo, I want to put you to, you know what I mean? I want to put you on to Apollo Brown. Boom, 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 boom. Me and Apollo Brown spoke, and everything just came about how it came
Yeah.
about. And my dad was actually in a hospital at the time of all of this
Mm.
coming together. So pop straight though, by the way, but
Yeah, that's good. That's
I
good to
was
hear,
making
man.
moves. Appreciate it. I was making moves at the time, and like I said, I don't have a home studio, so I wasn't able to, record as
Hmm.
quick. But he hit me and he doubled back like after a couple days, like, yo, we really need it. So that verse was like kind of really just
Yeah.
energy just coming out,
Energy.
spirit of moment. I was on my way to the studio.
Hmm.
I wrote that shit, booked it, booked 1 hour real quick, got up in and got up out and got him the verse, and everything
Yeah.
came together lovely. You know what I'm saying? I love it.
That's hard.
Lemon Glue
That's
is fire.
hard,
Like I was just
man.
bumping
Yeah.
that shit a couple minutes ago. It's
It's
hard.
dope,
It came
dog.
together
It's
dope.
dope, man. I love to hear that, man. See that, bro, because man, that's dope to hear, man. Like I feel like with those two cast, man, what they be doing with they sounds is perfect for you, dog. So
Yeah,
to
for
see that,
sure.
man, it's dope. So I wanted to say right, like y'all gotta talk about that joint, bro. That was crazy,
Yeah,
man. When
yeah,
I
yeah.
seen
I
it on the
appreciate that alley oop, man.
stage,
It's dope.
dope.
I got a crazy like return from that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Mad people was hitting me up soon as that shit dropped, and honestly, that verse I was just venting. You know what I'm saying? But a lot
yeah,
of people was hitting me about that verse, like, yo, because I hit the FanDuel and parlay
yeah.
punchline and that shit. You know what I mean? So shout out to everybody that
That
been
was
hitting me
dope,
about
man.
that. Lemon
Shout
Glue.
out to
Make sure
them.
y'all go bump that right now. Word.
Yeah, man, and I also want to talk about the show you recently just did too, bro. And I see that
Mhm.
you linked up with Sky Zoo. Shout out to Sky
Yes,
Zoo, man.
sir. Yes,
Sky,
sir.
man. Another Brooklyn representative from the Sty as well, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, talk about that, man, because getting that love as well, man, from the city, man, especially with the live shows, and it's a different type of feeling, man. Linking up with cats like Sky Zoo, man. Talk about just that
For
whole
sure.
experience
For
from
sure.
the show yourself, because you headlined the show as well, man. So talk about
Yeah.
that, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my 12/24 big bro, man.
Yeah,
We share the same birthday, December 24th. And we both from Bed-Stuy.
both
I
from the
never
Sky.
even never got to see him after the feat there. And I mean he got the verse for me for free lunch on
Yeah,
A Tree Grows in Brooklyn.
that's
I never
true. He
got to
sure
see him
did.
since then. That was our first
Yeah,
time
yeah,
actually linking and building and
mm,
all of that shit. So that was dope, you know what I mean?
yeah,
But shout out to Skyloft. It was the show Lyrically Inclined, Rex
yeah,
Perform, P General, me, Sky Zoo, you know what I'm saying? Corrupt Kid. It was a dope show and it was a
yeah,
dope night, and it was my first time on stage dolo in a minute, and the
yeah,
energy was fire. Everything was dope. I got to perform What's Real for the first time, Tape Pop for the first time, joint from Crown Me Kaine, so
mm,
it was fire. It was fire, man. Or it was just a
yeah.
dope show,
That's
bro.
dope, man. That's dope to see that, man. Especially right now in the summertime, man. And it's a lot of dope music out right now, man. So I
Oh
love
yeah. Oh
seeing that,
yeah.
man. I love seeing that right now, man.
Yes, sir.
Especially in New York right now, dog. There's so many
Mm-hmm.
dope artists
Mm-hmm.
doing their thing, man. So I
Yeah.
definitely want to speak on those things, man. The Apollo Brown featuring Bronze Nazareth in the show, man. That's definitely dope. So I love to see what
Yeah.
you're doing, man. And speaking of tape pop, that's a perfect segue, bro. 'Cause that's the next question I'm going to ask you about tape pop, bro. Um, it's refreshing, bro. It really is, man. Because when I heard that track, it take me back to a mind of, when you hear cats in your block bumping your music, bumping your
Yeah.
tape, that means
Yeah.
more than a Grammy. That means more than even getting
Oh
your joint
yeah.
played on the radio. Like
Oh
seeing
yeah.
cats bumping your joint, like, yo, you heard the new, so, yo, that's what it took me back to, man, with
Oh
tape
yeah.
pop when I heard that, bro. It was refreshing to see that, man, and paying homage, what I'm saying, to the neighborhood because that's what gonna put you on at first, the hood,
Oh
and that's
yeah.
when you
Oh
take over
yeah.
the world, you know what I'm saying? So
Oh
man, talk
yeah.
about the tape pop, which also had the biggie lines in there as well, man. So talk about that joint, bro.
All right, so salute to Shamel. You know what I'm saying? He sent me that beat, and yeah, that's just like when it came to What's Real, I just instantly got like a golden era feel.
Yeah,
Like, yo, that's a track that you got to take advantage of. You know what I'm saying? Definitely with the Biggie hook. Not everybody could do this right now in the
man.
underground hip hop. You know what I mean? I
Facts.
think I'm, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not too sure. You know, don't quote me, but I think I'm the only best style artist, the only best style
Yeah,
Brooklyn artist right now, and this shit kicking. So, you
yeah,
know, I just took advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, to also be an artist that actually got cassettes out there, I just felt it was right that
that's
I could, you know, stay on concept with the tape
yep.
pop joint. And
K-pop, man.
yeah, bro, that was just another one that I wanted to make. Overall, let me say, I wanted to make this joint a good feel good project for the summer.
Really is. It really is, bro.
With the beat
It really
choices and
is.
everything, I wanted to kind of go that route to just make it
Hmm.
like a good project you could play on a Saturday morning, or something you could
Man,
play in your drop top, or something you could just play at the barbecue while you chilling with your people. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was just another beat that just fit right in. And crazy shit. My shorty, she'll be tight. My wife, she'll be tight if I said this right now. She usually, when it come to my track list and all of that shit, I
yeah.
always like get her word when it come to shit. She did not think Tape Pop would have fit on the project, bro. I went against her
Wow.
on that joint.
What I
Yeah, she
guess,
was she was
yeah.
like she was like, I don't know. But I was just like, yo, I have to. I have to. I have to. And
Yeah.
and ironically, What's Real is getting more Spotify streams, but I believe that's because of playlists. But in the
Mhm.
streets, I get more of a response from Tape Pop.
K-pop, man. It
And that
take you
almost
back
didn't
to
even
that
make the
feeling,
cut,
bro.
bro.
It
Word.
was, yo, man.
Word.
K-pop is really dope. And like you mentioned, man, like with the project came, and when I first was listening to it, man, I was cutting the grass, bro. I let it just play, bro. I was outside cutting the grass, man. I was like, yo, I let it just play all the way through, bro.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, man, it's a good feel good project, man, for the summer,
Mm-hmm.
bro. Like it got the
Mm-hmm.
summer vibes, but also still got
Mm-hmm.
that grittiness as well, bro. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love the project, bro. I really
I
do, man.
appreciate it, bro. I,
And
I could have went all the way. I was thinking of
yeah,
making it 10 tracks, 11 tracks, but something just said
I think
make
it's
it
perfect right
short and
now.
sweet and
Yeah,
to the point. You know what I'm saying? Because I was
man.
already planning on going crazy for the rest of the
Yep.
year. So I'm like, yo, you know what? Give them this dope ass, good
So,
summer vibe EP and let them rock
man,
out with that. So I'm happy you enjoyed it, bro.
yeah,
For real.
dog.
I'm happy you enjoyed it.
And the next one, man. I love the storytelling on this joint, man. No hope, dog. Like no hope,
Yeah.
man. Yeah,
Yeah.
like the content, man. Like you talking about what people was going through, man. Like far as
Yeah.
throughout the inner
Yeah.
city, throughout the hood, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it feel like that, you know, like niggas feel like they don't have no hope, you know, at times, man.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
man, you talked about that, bro. And the line that you mentioned, man, multiple lines actually that stuff, but this one stuck with me, dog. You said either you move dope or you do the dope. Below the poverty line, most of these people losing hope. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, damn, dog.
Yeah.
You
Yeah. For
know,
sure.
yeah,
For
man.
sure.
Talk about the no hope joint, bro. Like, cause that beat itself, the hook, it goes along with it, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Your
Like
mother said, "Don't walk
yeah,
over there."
walk
You
off
know what I'm
over
saying?
there.
So, bro, look,
Yeah,
when it comes to that, it's like, all right, when we make music, we like to give people concepts, right?
yep.
I feel every kid that really grew up in the trenches have experienced going to school or going to a friend's house or going
Mhm.
somewhere where their guardian, mother, grandmother, father, you can't walk through this
Oh,
block. You
that's
can't walk
real.
on this side. If you go over there, take this route, take that route,
Hmm.
because it's either drug dealers or drug users. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Or it's violence. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
it.
that's a concept that I always danced on mentally. Like, yo, when I get the right beat, the right vibe, I know that's something that's gonna, touch with
Hmm.
the kids and the people that grew up in them circumstances. But shout out to PQ. I got that beat and yo, bro, that shit just gave me like a old
Yeah.
Negro spiritual
Yeah.
street. Like, yo, bro, the vibe was just crazy. And I just felt like, yo, this was the perfect joint to just
Yep.
talk about the fact that it's crazy out there from a
Crazy.
kid's point of view. I think the
That's it.
second verse I talk about, dude coming home right back to the block and all of this shit.
Hmm.
But for the most part, the hook, just channeling around the hook, your mother said, don't walk over there, all of that, bro, like it's just people got to be aware of what the hell these
Yeah,
kids is seeing out here in these
that's
streets, and
it.
they just, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But
Yes,
yeah, this was a
yeah.
joint that I decided to get deep with, bro.
No
Word. And
Jimmy,
everybody
dog.
that didn't hear it yet, go check out No Hope
No
on,
hope,
Play
man.
for Keeps, man. That's one of them ones for real.
Yeah, it's really dope,
Real
man.
street
And
joint.
it really is, bro. And like, man, it put it all in perspective, man. Because the wild thing about that came, like, I want to say, man, it was just last week, dog. Just last week, man. My brother sent me a pic, man, to me and my sister and my other brother, man, of our old house in Flint and how it look right
Mm,
now. You know what
mm,
I'm saying? In Flint, Michigan. And
mm.
I was like, nigga, that shit look like a ghost town. It's abandoned, dog. Like a
Boarded
man,
up, boarded
yeah,
up and
like
everything.
boarded up, yeah, man. Like, bro, it looked like some nigga from like Amityville or something, dog. How it looks now, it's just like I'm like, damn, like, yeah,
And
these are,
there's people still out there, still
yeah,
living
still
out there.
up,
Yeah, they gotta
yeah,
walk
still up.
past that shit
They gotta
every
walk
day.
past that every day, and
Woo.
I'm like, yo, dog. I was like, yeah, man. He was like, this how it was in the '80s. You know what I'm saying? And this one, I was like, I wasn't even born at the time, right? So this was like in '86, but Dre was like, man, this is where we came from. You know what I'm saying? Just
Mhm.
document like
Mhm.
where we was at and where we at now. Like it's a blessing.
Oh
Then
yeah. Oh yeah.
then when you think about like the street life and what kids had to see, man, that was a big thing. Like our parents were like, we had to move from Flint. You know what I'm saying? This when I
Mm.
was young,
Mm.
and we
Mm.
moved to the south, to kind of to get away from it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's when it was getting
Yeah.
really rough. And so I mean, just think about that, man. I had that flashback. I was thinking about that, bro, because like what kids see at an early age, bro, make you grow faster.
Yeah.
Make you
Yeah. No,
grow
for sure,
faster,
bro.
bro.
And it
Real
was
shit.
serious. It was
Serious.
serious during our era. When we
Yeah.
was growing up, it was real big, man. NYC, Brooklyn in general, Bed-Stuy. You know what I'm saying? Me, since I say, all right, third, fourth grade, I was walking to school by myself. And I
Mhm.
definitely knew what blocks I could walk through and which blocks I couldn't walk through. And it's kind
Yep.
of fucked up. It's
Yep.
fucked up.
Right.
Now I
You're
get
right.
older and I look back at that shit. When you're young, you just feel like you grown all the time. You know what
Growing
I'm
all
saying?
the
But
time,
being
dog.
fourth grade, fifth grade, I link up with my dogs from my block. All of us went to the same public school and we all used to walk together in the pack.
Yeah, together.
But
Yep.
it's times where even when we took the regular route, we still got into trouble and regular bullshit. So it's just
That's
like,
real shit.
man, people don't even understand how
I
crazy the
understand.
streets is for a kid coming up, man. We just gotta,
Yep.
just make sure we keep our eye on the babies and you know what I mean,
That's
keep them
real
at our
talk.
hearts, man.
That's real
Yeah,
talk,
word,
man. I love that,
word.
man. I love how talk about all of that, man, on No Hope, dog. And I feel like this track goes so well, man, with the next track, Different Breed. Because
Mm-hmm.
in
Mm-hmm.
Different Breed, you was talking about basically, man, how you elevating right now, man. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
stuff you used to do, yo, I'm not on that type of time no more, man.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I love that, man. You mentioned a line, you was like, I'm more in the business now. You might not see me in the streets. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
still in the hood. If the paper good, then we can meet. I could come
That's a
back.
fact.
You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
love how you mentioned that, bro, because man, it's a time and place for everything, man.
Mm-hmm.
And different breed. You was talking about throughout the song, like yo, I'm a different breed, been that way, and now I'm on
Yeah.
my business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, talk about just that creation too, man, with that track, bro. And I feel like that's a great way to end the album to end the EP, bro. Like I feel like that No Hope and that just go well together, bro. Like talk about
For
the different
sure.
breed joints,
For
man.
sure. So different breed, shout out to VVS Tears, you know what I'm saying? He's
Okay.
overseas, new up and coming producer. But when it come to different breed, that was me just channeling my whole, you know, coming up as an
Yeah.
artist into one track. You know what I'm saying? Selling mixtapes and all of that stuff on the corner, experiencing betrayal in different situations
Yeah.
in life, learning how to channel my music through growth. That was just me putting it out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know, and I hope everybody else at home, I hope they know within themselves that they're great. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not looking for, you know what I'm saying, no pats on the back, no
Yep.
cosign. I know what I am. You know what I'm saying? Or
Mm-hmm.
just off of what I experienced, period. You know what I'm saying? And coming from being a kid, rapping in hallways and having ciphers and open mics to, having my
Yeah.
face on magazines,
Nice things. That's some
the
real
shit is
shit.
amazing. The shit is
Yeah.
amazing, So that's what different breed just came about. Just,
Breed.
it's just a joint that, I hope empowers others. to look within themselves and realize you don't
Yeah,
need handouts. You don't need people to tell you this. You got to work, you got to grind, you got to let the passion speak, you got to let the work speak, and all of that stuff will come natural. But you got to have that determination within
yeah,
yourself to just succeed. You know what I'm saying? And it'll happen for sure. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I'm not even there yet, bro. I'm not where I want to be. I'm on the road. I'm on the
Mm-hmm.
road, but I'm determined. I'm grinding, and it's paying off.
And
It's working. It's working.
It's definitely is. And one thing about it too, Kane, like every project you drop, man, is quality, bro. Consistent quality,
I appreciate
content,
it.
man, that you dropped. The product that you drop speak for itself, man.
Yeah.
And like you mentioned, man, like with those magazine covers, dog, like nigga, that's dope. Instead of doing it, dog, like how you been doing it, and you not compromising your morals and values, dog. So I
No, not
love
at
that
all.
joint. So that's why, man, it goes well with the different breed, man. So the play for keeps, dog. Like I mentioned earlier, Kane, man, is one of my favorite joints this year, man. Definitely, I feel like it's definitely
Appreciate
up
it,
there.
bro.
But and it's an EP, but I got it in
Yeah.
my album of the year candidates, man, because
Oh
all those
man,
tracks I was
I
going through, man,
appreciate it.
I was like, nah, I gotta talk about this joint. I can't leave this joint because this joint
I
dope, man. It's like
appreciate it, bro.
it's something introspective behind every track as well, man, and it's
Oh
feel
yeah.
good. Like
Hmm.
it's a feel good joint, man. That's what I
Yeah.
love about it, bro. Like I love the feel good vibes from it. The beats is dope. The production is dope, man. One thing I want to talk to you about, Eddie, is that, man, your ear for production, bro. Like I think cats like overlook that shit so much, man, because there's a lot of dope spitters, but it's some that just don't have the right beats to go along with
Yeah.
it, bro.
Yeah.
Talk
Yeah. They
about that process, man.
they
Picking up the
probably do
dope beats.
overlook it, bro. They probably
Yeah,
do overlook it with me, but that's one thing that I'm happy you brought me back to it because I did want to
yeah.
touch on that. It's funny that you like that project so much. I'm happy you do. Did you notice that Wonderful World of Kano, like that's me picking the beats. It's not a one
Mm,
producer project. I
yeah,
feel, I feel, say for example with me and Big Ghost, with me and Machacha, with Crown Me Kane, when I work with single producer projects, they come out fire, they come out dope. But this is the picture that we're painting together
yeah,
for the people. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
Projects like Wonderful World of Kano, Play for Keeps, where it's just me. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And what I do is I might be giving away my recipe, but fuck it, I don't care. What I do is I hit my producer friends up, yo, send them in, let me get some
Hmm.
joints. I go out, bro. I go out. You know what I mean? I go
Yeah.
out on the streets. I listen to these beats for days on end,
Mm.
over and over again, going to different spots, traveling. Whatever I hear, sometimes I jot, sometimes I don't. I just get a feel for them. And I just put the authenticity onto the music. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
So what you get with me and one producer projects is authenticity.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And with how
Yeah.
he mix and master and throw in certain excerpts, and we may collab on certain ideas,
Yeah.
titles, and covers. But what you get on like a Play for Keeps and Wonderful World of Kano is strictly me, strictly my beats, strictly me
Mm,
listening to, getting my inspiration from going
yeah.
outside, hustling, doing what I do. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
yeah, bro, that's how it works. That's
Yeah,
how it
bro.
works.
Cause them joints, dog, you gotta have that perfect backdrop, dog, and like
Mm-hmm.
you be having like the soulful joints. You got the joints that's gritty with the drums, with the kicks in it, like. So I
Mm-hmm.
love I love that versatility, dog, and that's one thing me and my brother always mention, man. Shout out to my big bro Dre McFly, man. Was like, yo, man.
Salute to Dre, man.
Yeah,
You
shout out
already
to
know that's
Dre,
my guy.
man. Shout
That's
out
my
to
guy.
Dre, man. And I mentioned this in our first interview, man. Like my brother put me on to him. This back during 2000, I think 2020, dog. He
Crazy.
put
And
me
this
on
our
to it.
third. This our third, right?
Third joint, dog.
Yes,
Third joint,
sir.
Kane.
Yes,
So,
sir.
man, and the production, man, always stand out, Kane. And you always got the lyrics, but the production that goes along with it, that goes a long way, dog. Like that's not an easy thing to do. I think for a lot of cats, man. I know I'll be seeing cats on the internet like, "Watch this artist and pick this." Like that's hard to do. You know what I'm saying? To pick
Yeah.
that right big
Yeah.
beat that fits you, man.
Yeah.
You do a great job of doing that, bro. So I love that, man, aspect, bro. So
I appreciate it. You see my
before,
system. I gotta go out and I gotta,
yeah, you
I
got to
listen to certain
I
vibes, I pick them, but I let the energy speak to
let
me
the
when I
energy
listen to these
speak.
beats. And
Yeah,
that's how it come about, bro.
yeah,
Word.
man. I love that, dog. And before we go, Kane, one thing. It's you, it's a lot of dope artists. My shout out to Rome Street, shout out to Vic Spencer. One
Yes,
thing I
sir.
love about what y'all do, right? And so many other guys do as well, man, is that y'all combine the fly shit with the music too, dog. Like y'all combine the fly shit with the music, man. Yo, so talk about Kaine, and like doing your shows, you've been rocking the fly shit. No, we mentioned the Sergio Tashini joints, man. So I wanna talk about, man, when you do perform, bro. Is it a particular wardrobe you be looking for, man? Because you be fly as hell doing that shit, and I feel like that shit stand out, bro. So talk about that, man.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah,
Marketability is everything to me, man.
yeah,
Aside from me just always growing up and wanting to be the kid with the Jordans, and then growing to be a teenager wanting to be the kid with the Pradas and the Vincents and all of that stuff. I was just always
yeah,
hip and into the fashion, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like that's one and the same with presenting yourself as an artist, your
yeah,
marketability, how your marketability, like how you look, like how you present
yeah.
yourself, what
Facts.
you wear.
What
So
you
I
wear?
always make sure, when it comes to videos, when it comes to shows, I always make sure I have an outfit that stand out because I want you to, if you don't remember any names, you could say,
Yeah,
yo, remember that nigga that had on the Biggie Sergio Tashini
that's
shit
real
at the
shit.
show?
That's
You know
real
what I'm
shit.
saying? So
That's
that's
real
what I
shit,
do.
bro.
That's what I do.
That's
I just
real.
so yeah, it's just all it all matters of being fly, man. It's a
Yep.
lifestyle, bro.
A lifestyle. It's a
Uh,
lifestyle, bro. And
uh.
I love that aspect, man. How you keep it in a lifestyle, man. And I think right now, and I mentioned this before, man. I was talking to my homies, man. I was like, man, when it comes to the independent scene, I feel like the independent scene is influencing so many other genres as well in music, influencing
Mhm.
the quote
Mhm.
unquote mainstream cats when it comes to combining the fly shit with hip hop. And I feel like that's
You
what we
saw a lot of Sergio Tashini after
I
that,
did see that.
right?
I did see that
Okay.
shit.
All
I
right. All
did see
right.
that
That's it. We don't gotta elaborate, bro. I just wanted to make
I
sure.
did see that. I did see that, Kane. And Kane, man, I'm in Nashville now, bro. So me and my homie, shout out to my homie E, man. We stopped up on a lot of Sergio shit, man. And like
Nice.
when we step out,
Nice.
dog, the niggas will be like, yo, where you get that from? Like nigga, the website. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you're like, where you get this?
Yeah.
I ain't know they dropped this again. Like, or they
Oh
asked, they
yeah.
ain't never heard of it. So,
Mhm.
just that aspect right there, like you said, being marketable. Just that aspect, I'm able to connect and network with folks. So they want to, hey, yo, who's this nigga coming in like this? You know what I'm saying? So, man, I think just that aspect right now that we seeing, bro, is really dope. And I think when it comes to independent scene, man, it's so many dope niggas that's doing a great job with that. I remember when I was talking to Rome Streets, man, shout out to
Yes,
Rome a couple
sir.
years ago.
Salute the room.
And he was like, man, the niggas he grew up listening to, they had to be fly. They had to be
No,
fly.
facts though.
We're talking
Facts
about
though.
Ghost and Ray. Like, we looked at them niggas like superheroes because they
Mhm.
had to
Mhm.
fly shit
Oh
as
yeah.
well,
Oh yeah.
and we seeing cats like yourself, we seeing West Side Gun, we seeing, when you think about the fashion shit as well, the fly shit, and it's not corny, it's fly shit. You
Yeah,
got
for
some
sure.
niggas
For sure.
that's trying to do it and they haven't been fly their whole life. They just got money. Or
That's it.
you know what
That's
I'm
it. They
saying?
could put
And they
on
got
everything in the world. They put it on,
everything.
but they don't throw it down correctly. You know what I'm
They
saying?
don't throw it down,
Yeah.
bro. So that shit is catching people eye, man. And shout out to Rob Marciano. I just seen he had an interview. I think I forgot which magazine, but they're
Moss.
talking about his fashion elements as well, man.
Oh
So
yeah.
I love seeing that, like, man. And I feel like, not only when it comes to fashion, but the best rappers right now is in the independent game right now, dog. For real, in my opinion, just keeping the buck. And
That's
I
what's
feel like
up.
it's a shift coming. I love all type of music, but it's a shift coming. I seen Pusha T recently. It was a clip I seen. It just debuted today on the Joe Budden podcast, and Joe was
Hmm.
asking like his favorite MCs, and all the MCs he mentioned was all independent MCs: Stove God, Conway,
That's what's up.
Ransom. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's
Like,
up. Salute the push for
so
that, for sure.
yeah, so shout out to Push for that, man. So I'm like, okay, he's tapping in. You know what I'm saying? You
Hmm.
seeing niggas
Hmm.
like LBJ tapping into 38
Hmm.
Special and
Hmm.
other cats. So
Hmm. Oh,
I
and
feel like
also the clips, the album that just dropped, it came. They have vinyl.
they have vinyl.
They
They
have.
have
It came out with
vinyl
a vinyl and cassette, I believe. So they
cassette.
they they know what's going on. They
And
know
they
what's
did.
going
You're right.
on.
I know what's going on, man. So cats is
That's what's
seeing the
up.
feel and how it is, man. So I love to see that, man. I want to mention that because, bro, I feel like right now, man, it's a great time, man. For hip hop, I think the balance is definitely coming, dog. Like it's
Oh
coming
yeah.
back,
Oh
man.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I love that aspect. And when it comes to the fly shit, that's a part of hip hop, man. That's a
Oh yeah.
part of that shit, man. Because
That's
you
a
like,
fact.
so I love. I just want to talk about that, man, because I feel like you do a great job, man, combining that aspect, bro. And I feel like when it comes to your markability, that what makes it so dope as well, bro. Man, like the Sergio Tacchini fit, I'm like, yo, this nigga really got the Sergio Tacchini fit out here, nigga. Like with the Versace frames on, nigga. Like
No
you know what I'm
doubt.
saying? Like
No
all you
doubt.
needed was the cane, nigga. The cane
Yeah.
with it too, nigga. Like so, it's just like shit like that, man. It was dope, man. What I'm loving about the game as well, man.
I've
So
been on both sides, bro.
yeah,
I've been in the crowd and I
yep,
saw artists perform as a youngin. I saw artists that I actually listened to in my headphones.
yep,
They perform and they walk on stage and you get the feel that you see everything they talk about. Oh shit, he
everything.
really is fly. Damn,
Yep,
what the fuck is those sneakers? Damn,
yeah, exactly.
you know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah,
know from a supporter, from a fan's perspective, anybody that come out to see Eddie Kaine, I want to give them that same feel. Like, yo,
facts.
he really is that dude that he say.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine me talking the shit that I talk in my music, and then I come
Yo,
out on stage and I'm looking crazy, like, you know
man.
what I'm saying? Cause like it don't work. It don't
Yo, that's
work,
so
bro.
real. Yo, that's
You know
so
what I'm
real,
saying?
Kane. No,
And
I
not
feel
only
you
did
on
I
that.
and not only did I grow up liking to dress well and always knowing how to put it down and
Yeah,
coordinate it, it just so happened that that's a part of hip hop,
that
being
part of
fly,
hip
doing your
hop,
thing. So,
man, doing your
me being a
thing.
rapper also, it just coincides.
It
So
coincide.
I'm always let you know, shit, if I get that big enough budget, it's gonna be
It's gonna
over
be
for
crazy. It's
dudes.
gonna be
But
crazy.
like, yo, I'm
Yeah.
already, up there when it comes to the
Up
fly
there.
game. You know what I'm
Yeah, you
saying? For
already.
real, for real.
Yeah. Because
Whoa.
I think that's an element, man. Like when it comes to like the best rappers, you they always had that fly element. Biggie had that
Mhm.
fly element, dog. The
Mhm.
Coogee,
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh
The
yeah.
frames,
Oh yeah.
even the Jesus
Yeah.
piece,
Oh yeah.
Jay
For sure.
always had that flyness. Nas really changed the game a lot, in my opinion, when it comes to that
Yes,
fly
sir.
shit. Ray, Pac was on the Versace shit and stuff. So I think like it
Mhm.
always come back
Mhm.
to it. Like that's a big part as well, man. I feel like that kind of like captivate because
That's
you
true.
got you
That's
got
true.
the guys want to be like you got the chicks want to get at you because the fly shit, the aura. So that plays a huge part as well, man. So when I see that, I'm like, yo, that'd be intriguing,
And
dog,
it's
because that's the
also it's
same shit
also
I be
big
on.
upkeep.
Same shit I be on.
No,
Big
for
upkeep.
sure,
It
for
is.
sure. It's big
Nigga,
upkeep for
yeah, it is.
independent artists, for people that's coming up
Facts.
doing their thing. You know what I mean? If you're gonna
That's
step
real
in this fly
shit.
realm, you better
You
be
got
able to keep up. You gotta work, you gotta be hungry, you
the
gotta get
work.
that money in, you know what I'm
Yo,
saying? Because
that's real
people gonna be
shit.
jocking your fly. You can't come
Yo,
out fly
Kane.
for one album or a
Ooh,
couple videos and look
come.
busted for the next.
Let's bust
You
it.
fly, you gonna be fly.
Yo,
So you know what I'm
yo,
saying? It ain't
Kane,
no
that's so
games.
true, bro. It ain't no
Yeah,
games, though. That's real
it ain't
shit,
no
man. I
games.
know. I know when I step out for a function, man, or whatever, and I see people that I know and stuff, and they always look down at yo. What you know what I'm saying? I
Listen,
can't. I
yo,
can't be.
that's a New York
Yo,
thing too, bro. Listen,
yo.
people
They'll
address
look
you by
down.
your sneakers first. They look
Yeah,
at your
they'll
feet
dress you.
first.
They'll look
Yo,
at
what's
you,
up? What's
man.
going on?
It's good. Yeah.
What up, bro?
For real. For real. Yo, they catch me, yo. They be like, yo, I'm just checking to see what you got on, making sure, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
Because they
yeah,
know
oh
a
yeah,
nigga be fly.
oh
So I'm
yeah.
like, damn, I gotta stay on it,
Mhm,
bro. I gotta stay
mhm.
on it, man. You
No
know what I'm
doubt,
saying?
no doubt. And
Uh,
and,
you
and,
know,
and, and am I right? Even on your off days, you might wear
on the
something
off
simple.
days,
Just
oh,
because people know your history and know your track record, you still
facts.
might get a yo. What's that? Or yo, that
What's
shit is
that?
fly, and it's something so simple. It's because you know how
Simple.
to put it down. If you
No,
fly
I
and you
put
get
it
in the
together.
game, you got to stay in the game,
You gotta
baby.
stay in the
Word,
game, bro. You're right. Especially
word.
in the summertime, have some clean hoop shorts, a clean tee to go with it with
Oh
a
yeah,
fitted,
oh
and some
yeah,
fit. That's all
oh
you
yeah,
need right there. You
oh
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? All you
Yes,
need,
sir.
man. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
Just the simple freshness, man, goes a long way, bro. So I feel
Yep.
like it's so many people came to me, came, and it seemed like it feel like it's like a science to them. Like, yo, how you put this together? Which sneaker I should get? You know what I'm saying? And to
Hmm.
us, we just
It's
been doing
natural.
it. It's natural. It's
It's that.
natural.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, shit, like, what you like to watch, what you like to rock. You know what I'm saying? You think
yeah.
this the sneaker is fly, then get the sneaker, nigga, get it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that really be bugging me at times, Kane, when cats
Yeah.
just be hitting me up. Cats don't even know. You know
And
what I'm
it's like
saying?
it
So
seems so crazy, right?
it
Like,
seems
damn,
crazy.
bro, but it's just
Yeah,
natural to you. You
it's just
just know
natural.
color schemes, flavors. Like, no matter what, you
Yeah.
just have that in you. Like, you know style, bro.
You
It's
know,
it's
style.
chosen ones, man. It's a couple chosen ones out there, man. You just so happen to be one.
I feel
I'm one
that.
of them also.
Yeah,
There's some out there.
yeah,
Salute to
man.
y'all, man.
I agree. I agree with that, man. So I definitely want to end it on that note, bro. When it comes to that fly shit, man, because
Yeah,
I feel like you one of the cats that's pushing it, man. When it comes to combine that with your music, man, with your rollouts as well, man.
yeah,
So Kane,
yeah,
man, like you mentioned, man, been dropping a lot of dope projects this year, man. I know you said you ain't letting up, dog. Is there
at
any
all.
other joints that you want to, tell the people, man, that you're working on right now?
Hell yeah. I'll just tell y'all
Yeah.
real quick. Project with K Slugger done, project with Brahma Bull done. Two more other
Mm.
projects after that being cooked.
Mm.
That's it.
That's it. That's it right there. You heard it, dog. That's it,
Word.
dog. So, hey, man, I love the work that you've been putting in, Kane, man. And Kane, dog, you always welcome back to the show, man. And the
No
project that you've
doubt.
been
No
dropping,
doubt.
dog, is dope, man. Play for Keeps is one of those ones, man. I love that project, bro. That project, and the crazy thing about it, Kane, I was like, shit. All right, the last exit Crooklyn. That's my favorite joint right there, right? And then I was like, you know what I'm saying? Then I was like, okay. I was like, shit, now play for keeps. That's my favorite solo joint
Yo,
from Kane.
AB, I
You know
keep
what I'm saying?
laughing through this
Like,
whole shit. I keep
damn,
laughing because I know
look,
you really fuck with this shit,
look,
bro. I
I'm
can
fuck
see
with
that
it,
you look. I'm
man.
happy,
I
man. I
fuck with
really
it. I fuck
appreciate
with
it,
that
bro.
joint, man. Because
I
I sent you
appreciate it.
the voice message, man. It was after I got done cutting the grass, man. The hot Tennessee heat. I was like, yo, man, this joint is crazy, bro. Because sometimes, Kane, you listen, you keep listening to every track, like, okay, is it gonna be a dip or something like that? Nah,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't, man. It kept getting better, dog,
I
as the
appreciate it,
tail
bro.
end, bro. So I love the project, man. The Play for Keeps, bro. It's really dope. So all my people, man, go and get the project. Play
Yes,
for
sir.
Keeps,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Go and get that. It's available on Bandcamp. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's available on the streaming platforms
Yeah,
now
streaming
too.
everywhere
Kane.
also.
Streaming
Yep.
everywhere as well. So definitely get that, man. And like I mentioned earlier, Kane, I be like, yo, those Bandcamp joints is dope. Cause you know what? I will say this, man. When you drop it first on that, it kind of give you the vibe when we had to go and buy physicals.
Mm-hmm. For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying?
For
It
sure.
does.
For
It
sure.
does, man.
For
So it
sure.
give you the
And I
vibe like
really
that.
appreciate the support,
Yeah,
bro. For
yeah,
sure.
man.
You
I love
know.
that shit. So when you play it and you hear it, like, nigga, yeah, it's worth every penny, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
what's
I
up.
love that joint. I love those joints, man. It's really dope,
That's
man.
what's up.
So shout out to what you've been doing, bro. Man, love what you've been doing, bro. Repping Brooklyn is always big Brooklyn. Man,
Yes,
hey
sir.
y'all looking good right now, man. Y'all been looking good, but projects from Rome and
Mm-hmm.
Conductor, Joey
Mm-hmm.
Badass was the one man
Yeah.
army earlier.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We mobbing. We mobbing.
So, hey
Salute to
man,
everybody
let's
cooking,
go
man. For
support
New
Brooklyn,
York,
man.
Brooklyn doing
Shout
their
out to
thing,
Brooklyn,
man.
dog, doing their
Every
game,
artist.
man.
Word.
For real, every artist, man. So shout out to Big Brooklyn, man. So
Yeah.
yeah, bro, man. Thanks to everyone for tuning in to Yo It's the Kicks. Follow my man _ at Eddie Kaine. Go to the website as well. You know what I'm saying? Make
EddieKane.com.
EddieKane.com.
Shop.EddieKane.com. If y'all, want to just
Exactly.
cop some product.
Yeah.
Quick plugs real quick, bro.
Look,
Salute the Overtime
yeah.
Hustling magazine. Make sure you get that. Also Validated magazine. Make sure you get that too. Dog tags on shop.eddiekane.com this week. Bam.
Yo, Kane, one more question, dog.
What up?
Yo, what about the Socrates? I know you did. I think it was like just a one-on-one, right? I just asked,
Yeah.
are they
Yo.
dropping? Because those is crazy, nigga. Them soccer,
All
yo.
right. So, bro, honestly, me and you, if you want to go live and we could do it, we have to have a whole nother discussion
Okay,
about
all right,
fashion. But
cool, yeah.
salute to Broad and Wolf, you know what I'm saying?
That
That's a
was
company that I'm rocking with, and we put that together, you know what I'm
that was
saying? And
crazy, nigga.
yeah, we put the
That
football
was
jersey
crazy.
together, and yeah, we got a lot more coming, bro.
Okay,
If you want to make it happen, we can make it happen
yeah, for
about the
sure. We
fashion
could do
joint.
that. We could do
Yeah,
that too, yo. Because that
hell
joke
yeah.
was crazy. I was like, yo, those joints dropping because that was crazy, by the
Salute
way.
to Broad and Wolf. A lot more
A
coming
lot.
from them, but that was definitely a collab on a dope
Yeah,
football jersey.
that was
It was
dope.
1-of-1. I got one. Big Ghost got one. And I can make some joints for the people. I'm thinking about it, but Yeah, for sure,
But I
man.
just want to
Salute to
say that was
Baltimore for that.
crazy. Yeah, shout
I
out to them,
appreciate
man.
that,
That was
bro.
crazy. Man. I just had to
Yeah.
say that. I'm like, yo, that joint was crazy, dog. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, man, thanks for coming to the show, Kaine.
No doubt,
Thanks to
bro.
everyone tuning in. So everyone, peace and love, life. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, holla at everyone.